tension mounts in the world right now as the United States of America and Russia could be on the brink of a major war, not only with Ukraine. Trump has ordered the deployment of 2 nuclear submarines around Russia. These nuclear submarines should position towards Russia in a way that if Russia did not or do not heal to Donald Trump's 5 to 10 days ultimatum in order to end the war in Ukraine, and if Trump wants to take an action, Russia should not be in a position of retaliating. And this has now angered Russia. Now, Trump did this because he's angry with Medvedev, Dmitry Medvedev, former Russian president, and now the chairperson of Russia, the deputy chairperson of Russia Security Council. So they have been, him and Donald Trump have been in a war of words, insulting each other. That was 31st of July, 2025. President Donald Trump said Dmitry Medvedev is actually making remarks that are uncalled for and is walking on hot waters. Dmitry Medvedev fired back that Donald Trump has no right, no powers to actually give Russia a 5 to 10 days ultimatum to end the war in Ukraine. That who is Donald Trump to begin with. So Donald Trump got angry. And now he said that Dmitry Medvedev is a failed leader that has failed his people. Dmitry Medvedev replied by telling Donald Trump that America should not forget that the same way America has capability of striking deep into Russia, Russia has Soviet area weapons to strike deep into America. So this has now angered Donald Trump today, which happens to be the 1st of August 2025. Donald Trump has now officially deployed submarines. This escalation is getting out of hand. So we could be on the brink of a war, because any small mistake like this will clash into a major war. It will not be Ukraine this time, but it will be with Russia versus America. Russia in itself also is mobilizing its own nuclear submarine to station towards areas pointing the United States of America. That will be sent also towards Cuba and, of course, Venezuela. Watch this video.
Yeah, John, that's right. The entire market down slightly in the past couple of minutes on the backs of a social media post by the President of the United States. Take a look at what the President is tweeting here, and this war of words ongoing between him and the number 2 official in Russia, Medvedev. The two have been jousting verbally over the past couple of days about the President's request for Russia to end the war in Ukraine. Medvedev responded to that by saying that President Trump should watch his words, given that the Russian government possesses Soviet nuclear weapons technology. The President of the United States posting this on social media just a short time ago. He says, based on the highly provocative statements of the former president of Russia, Dmitry Medvedev, who is now the deputy chairman of the Security Council of the Russian Federation, I have ordered 2 nuclear submarines to be positioned in the appropriate regions just in case these foolish and inflammatory statements are more than just that. Words are very important and can often lead to unintended consequences. I hope this will not be one of those instances. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So the President of the United States saying that this war of words between himself and Medvedev has now sort of left the world of sort of back and forth verbal combat into now a physical, real world response in which the president is moving nuclear submarines. The president doesn't say in this social media post where those nuclear submarines are going, what action they're prepared to take. But obviously, when you start entering the real world and talking about nuclear submarines, that gets a lot of people's attention there, John.
For sure. I know you'll continue to watch it. Eamon Javers.